Thank you very much. As far as base motions are concerned, the one that very recently of importance, it was the motion, was the raid of the customs service at Ota or rice market. That became a problem to the community, of great concern with the community in terms of the customers and the market women losing their businesses because the customer went there break into the shops at 1 a.m. without police search warrant and so on. So it became so controversial. And I did raise on the floor of the Senate, and the Senate invited the customs to come and explain exactly why that kind of action. And they didn't come that particular time, but they came later on for other things, and they also further asked them. And the guy said, well, the law says that you can seize any good with contraband anywhere, at any time. In your bedroom, you can seize it. Even if it's your fridge, they can come and take it. You know. That was not a very good law, although contraband is not allowed, we are not encouraging contraband, but I think they should at least have a woman face in the way to deal with that. So that was how that ended, and the traders lost their wares. There's no compensation whatsoever, and that's how the matter ended, kind of. We also have a lot of tankers falling down around Jaco several times, killing people around there because of the poor state of the roads. So that was raised when it became too much frequency of occurrence of this kind of accidents. And I feel our responsibilities to put this into front burner and let the society realize, or the government of the region realize the atrocity that this can cause. That was also addressed. So the issue of Munile issue, which was more of a state issue, was addressed, and a few other matters of importance also was brought to the notice of the media and the House. Now, if you now look at there's something about bills in the House that because of the large number of senators, they're not too large, 109, but people write bills that at the end of the day it doesn't see a lot of day, not because of space problem. I've written about maybe 30 bills. Only about 5 have escaped through because of the problem of to get it listed, to be able for them to be able to debate on it. And at times we get a bit delusioned when we write all these bills and was couldn't see a lot of day due to number of bills also waiting to be considered. That happens. We have an issue on that. That happens. So we also concerned about the fighting that's going on in the Besa to the Laori side, where the militants, the job militants, invaded the community, and people were killed, people were kidnapped, and all sorts of bloodshed, and we had a glory site. It was called, and the governor took action immediately. They sent their troops and the Navy gunboat to the rescue, and it was resolved. These are how so. A bill that was controversial lately, which there's a debate that talk about death sentences for corruption. But that doesn't, they didn't go well down with people. People condemn me, call me all sorts of names, and say, am I a communist, I can't kill people, corruption, can't kill. So that becomes, I have my own view that the only solution of corruption in this country is maybe death sentences. So that one has been withdrawn because people feel it's not a kind Then we don't have issues of firearms, importation of firearms. Importation of firearms became of great concern. Because every day they seize containers loads of firearms. And these firearms are not shotguns. These are K-47, these are Magnum 4 guns, these are high-velocity bullets, these are war machines. These are not just subordinate special guns. So when you see that frequency of importation of guns in the country, the question you ask yourself, are we at war? The United Nations had a session of Nigeria 2 years ago. There are too many guns going to Nigeria. The question was, are they at war in Nigeria? Why are all these guns? But they can manufacture guns from manufacturers. So that became a big concern too. And we raised a bill on that. It was debated, and they should destroy guns, because the war is called that they seize guns. Okay, all right. But what happened afterwards? Nobody knows where the guns are. So whether they sell them back to the market or they don't destroy them. So they should bring in equipment. It's called gun buster systems. These equipment are ones that used to grind irons and destroy the guns, separate the wood from the trigger and all this. So that was also brought to the surface, and then the bill was passed, and they should form a committee to respect instructions of guns, So that was also another very important. Thank you. So that was that.
All right.
Well, yeah, honor. So. Yes and no, yes. In a situation where you're being on queue, you have no control when you're being listed. And if it's listed, if it's not listed, you gotta wait until there's vacancy for somebody to list. So in that kind of situations, you're not in control of when your motion comes up or when it's your bill comes to the floor. And if they do come to the floor, they can be killed in the legislative journey of the bill along the line. So all these factors are there, and it's not again to encourage too much. When you write bills, you can't push it through, you can't send it to the floor because there's no vacancy, no space for you to be able to debate that, because the Senate have about almost 33 various bills still waiting. About 33 bills waiting. And some of them will not be debated until the last part of this session. The banking system is a discipline institution, right? And politics is what I call a aspirational environment. That means they take nothing too serious in politics, right? But bank, because money is involved, nobody don't lose their money. So make sure your calculations are right, everything's right. So there are two parallel ends of the ladder. The politician, the definition of a politician, the English definition of a politician, are people who are motivated for the love of their country, not for themselves. That's what motivates them into politics. Now, for ordinary person who is a banker, is more calculated in terms of financial rendering, balancing of book and so and so. But you call it the same thing, integrity. The hallmark of a banking system is integrity, honesty, integrity, ability. In politics, integrity is always number one. But unfortunately for our society, integrity is listed on the agenda. People can wake up this morning as APC member, and tomorrow morning they become PDP member. It shows indiscipline. That's just what shows indiscipline. And how do you reverse this? How do we try and create value in this kind of chaos? I look at it and say, well, one of the best way I feel can do is to give ideology to these parties. If you are APC, maybe you are socialist, conservative ideologies. If you are in PDP, maybe you are capitalist, welfareism. That can now cause excessive for people jumping. Because you say you are capitalist, you cannot join the communism. It's not now, you man, you are a communist. How can you be someone now come and join capitalists? So that is the way I feel we can control the excesses. Because I feel sad when people argue that they can jump to. I've changed this party. I'm here now. I'm here. As if sometimes in the Senate, I've seen somewhere where I saw the guy on that side of the aisle. This is PDP session, and normally it now came to our side APC session. And when Senate President wants to speak, the first for instance, he has to go back to the seat. The guy down side there, and I asked my colleague, what's he doing here? Is he crossed over? Is he has crossed over? To where? Just now, as the man saw there, has come here now. Is he has crossed over? I said, wow, this is something of a shock for me. And that is the pattern. That pattern will stop. If you to take over as a source nation, you have to really, people, the electorate, the masses, must know their own, they want to vote for. They must stand their stand and say, look, no, we don't get kind of behaviors and so on. You see, the Nigerian Senate has no minority, no majority. When something is the saddest thing about Senate is that you have no voice. It's those who are in favor, those who are against. If they are against and shouted more than you, then they dwarf your voice. I mean, you lost the day. When I stand up in the Senate to address the Senate, I say, I, Senator Prince Dr. Gbolahan Dada, representing Ogun West. I'm not representing Nigeria. I'm representing Ogun West. So the parochial view of all these now definitions have become a problem for this country. It does not unite us. Because it's talking about small. If anybody now make any bill that you see it encroaching to your own small area of influence, then you raise objection and so on. So that is one of the dilemma we still face in the legislative abilities to have concession on that. The main question we should be asking is, where do you go from here? Where do you represent yourself from here? Because the essence of independence or knowledge is your ability to impact positively on people and direct the direction of things. When you have a society where 90% of the people are undernourished, underhoused, undermedicated, underdeveloped, you have some harmful minorities, you and I, and the elite group, monopolizing the government apparatus exclusively to the generality of the masses. What we are creating a volcano and to erupt. Ogun State being minority, in what capacity are the minorities? You tell Ogun people in the Ogun State, Awori people in Lagos State together, they are a major tribe. They are no longer a minority. Because they are balkanized between Lagos and Ogun State, some part are in Ogun State, some part are in Lagos State. So definitely they are minority in one state where their numerical strength is not as much. But it's not a weakness. It's the way the power to be designed to make sure that their voice is divided. Right. In the National Assembly, there are no minority. We are no minorities in the National Assembly. We hold our own, we talk for our people, and try to see as soon as possible to put forward the views of our people. Whether I go down there with them or just don't go down with them, that's a different case altogether. But the most you found your voice from the heart. It can be people of little voice, but our voice can speak volumes. It's not because you are louder, speak louder, that you make a point. You can be talking points, missing the real issues. I feel the worry generally, both in Lagos State and other states, I'm traumatized over the years. Their reaction to issues is a mark of oppression. When people react in a certain way, because they didn't expect anything better. When they go for interview, either they skip them out, there's promotions, they don't consider them, they always find them at the bottom ladder of institutions they're wrong. You can't blame them for that. The system that's supposed to empower them refuse to do that. And it comes to one thing: exploitation. Finish. That's the word. The exploitation starts on the very day of recruitment in the civil service. We have 29 past secretaries and no single ones are awarded. It's a problem. When you have directors in the ministries, the entire no single one is awarded. It's a challenge. These messages go around, they become a discouragement to others. So, despite the fact that they have 5 years, somebody that came behind me, have been promoted, they will come. And that man resign, because that happens when people are putting working in the state in Nepal, they resign.
So even narrow your opinion on that, sir. When it comes to the local government, local government, among about 13 ministry, what's called departments there,
yes.
Our survey shows that there is no single warrior indigenous that heads any of the departments.
The one that heads recruitment, selections, and promotion. No. But the civil service system is supposed to be representative in a way of all the ethnic balancing. Ogun State is a multi-ethnic, plural ethnic society. You have the Aworis, you have the Jabus, you have the Egbas, you have the Horis, you have the Anogos, you have the Oguns, you have the Iwas, and some other small group. All these groups, each of them, they are fighting for space inside a project called Ogun State. Now, what play games here? It's not only education, it's brotherhood. Even though they mean brotherhood. Now, when I was to keep the office, no single awardee is past secretary. When to promote, nowhere to promote it. But he insisted that there will be promotion. And then I think I want to promote 2 people. Only one was a bit higher. That's Mrs. One of them was promoted as past secretary. We also giving the one of the more powerful ministry, Minister of Finance. It's like accountant of the state. You know. If every government successfully had been doing that, we have 2 representative people in the system. The local government, the civil service commissions are the ones responsible for moving people. If the people there are biased, as they are biased, definitely, I say how people, the mental strength, of course, we can make any impact. The oppression and the marginalization of the Aworis is a deliberate policy to keep them down. It's not an issue of knowledge per individual per se. It's issue of control aspirations of people. It's like maybe similar to what I account with fire characters and all these quota systems and so on and so. It's progressive. If you notice lately, there was a newspaper publication that become a prime now in Ogun State. And I didn't regret what I said as a statement of facts. But the way the media take other context without seeing the surrounding story, because bad news travel faster than good news.
If you want me to put that directly to you, sir, maybe I'm trying to take it one step at a time.
Okay.
So let's still come back to the constituency, the district.
Local government. Yes, local government selections and recruitment is consistent to the number of people that who are working in the system. If you haven't got more people working in the system who are to that level, that's nothing you can do about that. You cannot promote people who don't work there. And if they are working there and they are only janitors, cleaners, and so and so, who was deliberate, a illegal job, or someone jumped the place and left the place, their promotion comes. You can't find them on the seat, right? I have people in the ministries in the past, maybe 10, 15 years ago, who because of this kind of discrimination, they resign. They won't tell them if left the place. One day I just saw him. I said I left. He said he's working in Capri, Lagos now, and they all, because luckily they have industry in their area, and they are close to Lagos. They have some kids of their own who work in the ministries and the government in Lagos industrial area. So some of them they just leave. So they leave Ogun State because they discriminate against them. That must have reverse, because the Aworis are Nara Egbas and Jegus. And the people that are discriminate against them mostly are the Egbas. That's the first. So it's responsibilities of the government to develop them. That's a lot. We've done quite a lot of projects. The list, I need to get the list and it'll tell you a lot of projects we've done. In Ogun West, let me start from what's going on now. In West, in EOR side, at the Laro, we're doing a local shop, a multi-story shop systems in that place. We're also doing some schools, renovations. You see, what I see on all these projects, you don't create ground values. They all stand alone solutions. You do a market here, you do a toilet here, you do a school here, you do for hall, a multi-purpose hall, you do cassava acquisition centers. So maybe people don't see what I see, and I'm not agree with them, because society that developed, they run integrated development systems, develop them. Not to go and put one hospital, one clinic inside one bush, one there. Go and 10 miles away, go and put one isolated center somewhere. They do all those things, come back 4 years and bush are grown everywhere. I've seen there when I was doing my campaign, I was in signboard. The one that I used to my sins, big borehole. The one that I see functioning as the rest are just grown, overgrown. There will be a blueprint for the zone, the national planning. That's how all of you are doing. When I was growing up in Nota, they start with the dispensary. When you have football, you are playing football and you break your leg or you go to the dispensary. There's medicine, doctor, they teach you and so and so and so. After a couple of years, so they build maternity hospitals, 100 room, 100 bed hospital, that one at Tota. All those women who are dying from childbirth, that's stopped. After a couple of years, they build 10 hospitals. Can see the progression. But the what we are witnessing now, all over the country, I was saying the development is that's why nothing survive after a while. It grows. I'm always against that. And people become enchanted because they're not empowered. But money has been spent into projects that have no add value. How can we move that? I look at the police stations in what was called procured them. They beat themselves. They want the police to come and run it and so on. But police have manpower problem. They have no way to take the place. The other day was very determined, very hard, aggressive, very hardworking, come and see me return Abuja, and I was very, very impressed. But end of the day, I have no control over the police. When you have no manpower to go there, because who will pay them? This issue of payment, all this is an issue. There's limit their own resources. These transformers, the source of transformers, all over the place. But when there's no power, no light. I don't just say ordinary, it's just a ordinary piece of equipment standing there. There are more integrations. You say, you have the power, more transformer. When you now get transformer, the top ones transformer, there'll be light. When the transformer are dropped in the bush over the place, no, energize. I've seen many of them. So the press has to sit down and question the blueprint development of national planning of the state. Let me give you one example, something maybe not like it. There's a place I know in Chicago. 2 years ago was ordinary forest. I just went for all the I found the whole place had been cleared. Well, I thought it want to be a stadium or something. It was so big. The first thing I noticed after a couple of weeks, they built a supermarket, not like ShopRite, something like that. The next week I saw they built a church. They now build a school. Next thing, now building housing estates. Now, police post comes. Recreation clubs comes in. It's not a city. A city. I mean, a city that has everything. Oh, it's planning. People start moving. If you go there, you think the city is about 30 years old. It's so developed. I ask myself, this place was a bush case some months ago. Well, here, because of the parochial nature, when you say put the hospital near the town, because maybe the commissioner or the chairman of the government has the land somewhere, you will fall and build the hospital about 10 miles away from the city. You need now to take Okada or taxi to go there. You can't put the market. You can't put in no man's land, some far away from the town. 4 years after rats, a cattle, animal, imagine will be living. These are the issue that's why having development in this country. National planning must sit down and see the state planning. State planning must see the local government planning. They all integrate and plan to toward the same objectives. But it doesn't happen. Just carry over the whole place. So, for me as a senator, I cannot influence that. I'm going to resources to do that. The state government can do it literally and partner with federal government. When a road is going, a new road is growing, the next thing you see in the society advance, SK company will partner with those who are doing the road. We are doing a road this way, it's going to where 50 miles days, it's going to come on in Badagry. They acquire land. Come on, there's road, people come and live there, decide doing on the road. The next thing we are going to see national plan, car manufacturers. This road is going to be how many miles long, how wide, and so on so. They can start making cars that can fit that kind of speed on the area. Power company will come, the city comes, but here it doesn't coordinate. By the time you move to the city, there's no NEPA, no pole. So these are the coordination I'm talking about that we need to look at. So far so good. I'm grateful for this. We've done a lot of school renovations. We've done a lot of halls, city hall, town halls, and so on. So we're doing recreation centers, civil centers, a few toilets there, and so on, so on. So the empowerment in terms of machines and Okadas and all sorts of things. To me, they're not jobs. Just stop gaps. You can't. It's high risk of breaking your leg and so on. So the sewing machines issues, And people who get their own swimming resources, they know how to environment your own service, right? So you look at the instructions, and it's the pattern we used to, and it's taking down the country, and just going down. People don't realize it. Any nation where most nationals will live, there's a problem. When young people want to live in a nation, but it's hopelessness. They don't see future in themselves. There's something's wrong. In my phone, I'll show you a meeting I have with Fashola. The program with him. When I even went there, I also took along some House of Rep members to see him. Fashola has some challenges. We're a minister. You know how the funds to do it. If you notice in the budget of last year, this road was listed as one of the own attention. But nothing happens. Well, they haven't got the money, they didn't allocate the money for the roads. And this is a federal government road. It's a North Central road that links Ogun State to Lagos State. Alternative road to Lagos by the Express Road. As a senator, the best I can do is to go and meet the ministers and pay to him and blah blah. Nothing I can do. I can't force him to do it. But Mr. always tell me, well, yeah, I heard you. Go and struggle whether I can get a budget for this road. And as long as he has no budget, because paper talk. They'll write down paper. I've stopped going to Fatola because I just found out frustrations. I can't be a person who will say, has the ability to do what I asked him to do, because there's no funding for the project.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry for cutting short.
Carry on.
Just a few months ago, we saw a particular senator from Ogun State now trying to seek national attention because of what is it called, hunger in his constituency, which he represented. Which he represents, to the point of going on his knees to call on people to donate to that extent. Is our senator doing something similar to seek national attention?
You see, you are not comparing like with like. You must try and compare like with like. Talking of road, talking of hunger. There are two different paradigms. Right. The issue of Kogi State, people hungry, or they want billion rice, I'm sorry that happens. But is there a solution for long-term solutions? These are just palliative actions. The road is a different thing altogether. The kind of money the road will consume. By the time you buy 2 million rice, you will feed everybody in that place. The road talking of 500 million, 1 billion to fix the road. This is a major project. And that just started like a small joke. I remember when the time it went bad is when they closed the express road under construction. The traffic was so chaotic. People now road tours and the traffic, all these trailers, it's going to become bigger and bigger and bigger and wider and wider, and then the floodplain of the area. They come there. Governor also actually tried. So that time he tied on his own. He tied. And then it broke up again. In the major construction to drain the area, because I need a swamp on both sides. And as far as he said, I'll give him, I don't run him down, I'll give him credit. He needs to be, he knew about it. When I just got another, when your area with this road, we are going to put in support. But when the project came out, it was not included. Not him do that, They removed. And as a result, I went there about 20 times on various issues. Shagan, road in one side, Owode, all sort of investor, everywhere. These are federal government. He has no fund, he has no money. He hasn't got the money. He has no gone to Paji Road. FEMA, he called the other FEMA. There's a concern the budget, zero budget. They have. So people must know this. And I will do I've got my own money to go and need the roads, right? So as a result, so this difficult situation I found myself, and his job, the government is frustrated because he can't go and repairing federal government roads, and they don't reimburse him back. You know, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of issues. But there's also coordination in the way we do things, right? And it's funny, you know. And these are the issues. I've passed that road one day, that Jacob Road. I was there for almost 2.5 hours.
You were lucky, sir.
2.5 hours. Yes, I'm lucky. That day, when I got to where it was bad, I caught fire from there. Look, I'm inside a gorge in this place. He said, well, we all go through it. He said, you are calling me Yanuguchu, you are calling me Onisha, you are calling me everywhere you open. Where is the money to do this thing? You people in the Senate pass the law where they do small allocations, right? But these are the issues, and they are countering and for all challenges. There's no doubt. And we need serious governments to really address it. I'm telling you, serious government. Nigeria needs the serious government. The danger here, people don't see it. The press will have responsibility to do it. I'm telling you because in the next 7-8 years, we are going to keep 400 million people. Today we are on 70 million. If 100 million people have one child, 100 people, that's another 200 million. I ask you, you can have one child this year. 100 million people can have one child between now and next year. You split you up to 270. If another 100 million next year, half a child again. Those who are already on that bracket of babies booming. In 10 years, you hit 400 million. How do you feed them? How do you house them? How do you develop them? How do you find job for them? That's why India went up. They went up so much, but that political challenge that forced them to sit down and find good governance. You don't have good governance here. That's the most disturbing thing. I want to point out how I can do things in politics. I'm just helpless. Also address the paper, Punch newspaper interview. I keep on saying, it was a debate about our development, our area, and the Ogun West, governorship and all these issues. I said, well, look, it's an issue of semantics. Our people may be uneducated. They may be poor, but they must be protected by law.
Okay.
It's a responsibility of the government of the state to develop them to the mainstream of our social, political, economic systems. Now, that context developed through debate that our people are marginalized. The newspaper writes sensational scoop to say. I say Awori are poor. You see, I didn't say Awori is poor. I said may be poor. They may be uneducated, all right? But they must be protected by law. What they are poor, you won't protect them. You won't give them job. You won't promote them. You won't get them entitlements. You get the language I'm talking now? And when now look aggregately at statistically, how many Awori judges can you mention? Mention 5 if you have any. You haven't got them. What's the major issue in our area? Land cases. 9% of the cases, the lawyer must be Agbas. The judge will be Agbas. How can I favor you? If you're talking how many doctors compared to Yoruba and Agbas, when you have 10, 20 doctors, 50 doctors, Agbas have 1,000. They will have 1,000. When you talk of judges, I can't remember 5. So these are the context of the number, and that's why we have issues on fairness treatment. We have a case which won in Supreme Court on the land at that railway stations after other side of Ifo. We won the case when the court. They see the place is daughter land. What happened? You cannot enforce it. You go there, the other day just cultures fighting them. Nobody to enforce. You know why? We haven't got critical mass people in the structural systems that can help you push forward legitimate judgment by rule of law. So these are the context. And they must be sincere with themselves. That you have people who have cars, who have 1 or 2 houses, but you have many very cheap. It's because that's they are rich. That's the richness for ethnic groups. As all these things, as you look at the lands and Alta, the mobile house in Alta, who are the owners? Are they people that own them? Are GGs that own them? Are people are deliberately being marginalized? Not because they have. Why people leave services? Why you don't promote them? The system discriminates against them. After you get frustrated, you left. You leave. Well, luckily they have alternatives. They are now Lagos. They can have alternative jobs. But it's the responsibility of the government. People must be promoted. Must be honored. What is due to them is not, we're not begging for it, it's their right. Because they're citizens of that. You have ethnic allegiances. Our ethnic allegiances is what will make you, when you hear the language of the Jebu language, you want to go near your own people. When you have a Egba language, you want to go near your own people. When you enter the Ogun State, how many directors in Ogun State are Aworis? So these are the context of this of the debate. And when people, some people call me and I tell them, we are right. Be sincere to yourself. Be sincere to yourself. I'm not saying you have 1 or 2 doctor, professor. What? Aggregate compare your population. So get the argument. So the argument is not even to me. It's not argument. I want to debate into it. What I'm saying. I know what I mean by what I'm saying. That is to encourage and let the government realize they have responsibilities. You must be fulfilled. But I'm able to swear into what? An allegiance to a nation. What is saying an allegiance to a nation? That I will defend every part of this land without fear or favor. As a person, yeah, I just received a letter or request from the general group. They want forms for JAM, NECO form is coming out. They want to do carnival, all sorts of things. I say we shall provide, we shall sponsor them. Right. I have worry people who we sponsor at Laro Polytechnic, I think. And there, we have few people we pay tuition fees, some in Ilorin or some other places like that. In a final report, I'm writing my employment report, we see the list of various educational assistance we're giving to people. That is just a dot in the ocean. Yeah. The issue is more magnified as is ability to get our people into government, into position. Whether they are going to have a spare quota for us as a group. This quota, if you are taking 10 pounds secretary, or at least 1 or 2 on their own. It will be deliberate policy in favor because we are disadvantaged. If you enter any ministry Ogun State, where you can see any directors, maybe there are 1 or 2 directors. You see directors that say, I'm from so and so, I'm worried. How do you? So in that situations, how do you address that situation? The same thing federal government did. Brought in quota system to favor the Hausas, the fair characters, to have representations. We will have representation in the government. Not that you want pump house, you have people who are qualified, who are overqualified. But government systems is run by people who are there. When you have a job in interviews and you do very well and they don't take you, you have options, either go back to your house or go and teach your elsewhere. and it's having the state, it's having the federal government levels. So one of the main pillars of our efforts is to see as for me, as a senator, I got a bit frustration because I cannot employ people in jobs. If I want to employ a job in the states, I must go and meet the governor and give the Senate help me, these people, blah blah blah. If you go and meet the Civil Service Commission, they say you must sit for exams and they must wait for this is normal way of doing it. If you not fail the exams, there's a problem. If they pass the exam again, another problem. There's no space. So how do you now get our people to the center of everything? Most people are losing out. If you qualify, they say you are underqualified. If you not qualify, they say you are not qualified. So these are issues are frustrating. And because it's structural design to eliminate them out of the system. That's what I say about it. There's nothing wrong. You're going to have a deliberate policy of empowerment of our people and give them jobs in every ministry, not as a clerk, not as a dental, as managers and directors and assistant managers and general managers to the level of the directorships.
All right, thank you, sir. I want you to either claim or disclaim this quote I'm about to use now, sir. That when we put, I'm quoting now, sir, that when we put a job advert outside seeking for people to come and get employment, we will not seek graduates. But when we say area boys should come, we'll see them in their numbers. I want you to perhaps do justice to this.
Thank you very much. That's another controversial statement. People, the guy take out of context. What I'm saying is that I said Okada driving is not a job. That's why I didn't say it. Okada is not a job. It's a stopgap. Now, when you have factories, there need people that have knowledge to get there. When you put advertisement, people we won't find them there because when they apply, they will not get the job. When they need people to do their dirty jobs, right? Either they want to go and take over one land somewhere or do something, you find people who are willing to use them as willing tools. When they achieve their objectives, they abandon them. Right. Now, when you talk about money issues, who goes and supporting somebody to take land by force? Because you can call them hooligans, you can call them robbers, you can call them whatever you want to call them. But when they that get the land, what do they benefit? These are the concepts, right? The language area boys doesn't mean anybody can use for mass for unstructured jobs to get it done for them, and you forget what you after. If you want to go and take possession of any particular place, you go and recruit people, and when they finish, what do they get? These are the issues, and it's very correct.
All right, so because of our time,
we'll talk. No, these are issues. These are the issues that one have to. People don't like the concept, but when you sit down and look at it properly, it's true. And why these boys who want to work like a road construction they are doing around your place, all these Chinese people, they apply, they don't get they don't get the job. You can see the problem. So the only alternative you have now, either you want to be collecting what's called road, collecting all those things. Well, how many of them can that kind of job? It's a temporary job, but it's not an easy job. It's difficult. You write every day. It's not difficult. It's a difficult job. It's not easy. And many of them, they don't even wear glasses to protect themselves from the torrent of wind. You have a lot of eye problems in the future. So there's the issues on ground that you must address. And when people I got frustrated sometimes, and I said, what's all this? What's all this? When you take people to factories, other issues of discipline, when you take people to factories to go and work, they create one problem or the other, and before you know it, they sack them because they don't have a culture of environment. They're going to work. It's a cultural thing. to go and be working. If I employ you now, go and work in the bank. When you are not disciplined in the bank, they will sack you in 1 week, because there's a culture there. So if you go and say there is one particular boy, I won't mention him, we're able to get into the Navy. He went to talk to the director or the head of the commander of the Navy, as he's talking to police on the street. And the Navy has a discipline system there. You don't kick him out. So these are the cultural issues I'm talking about. You must say things that people cannot say. And I'm ready to say things that people want to hear. I'm not going to say things you want to hear. I'll say things you want to hear so you can know that's an issue on ground. And that's where you can change paradigm.
Maybe it's going to be a matter of time before people understand the kind of senator we have. Sir, briefly, Chief Timothy Kende, I know from Uganda, I would like us to ask you, sir.
Yes.
The Agbara-Aton Road is a federal highway project and proposed to separate 330 kV power supply from Montosho power station to Lapoti Mando
Yes.
government. Needs your urgent attention. We are expecting you to visit Besa particularly.
Yes, I was in Besa some time ago. Now, if I go to Besa, I was at power station, I can't fix it. They commercialize the power station. They will sow the power station. Ibedek is under Ibedek. I even control on its power station. Right. These companies themselves are complaining they are owing billions. I just told the chairman about 4 months ago or 2 months ago. After we've done Arakoti, all those places, we brought transformer, everything, but it was not energized. We have to see that chairman. I'm away from my begging, he now accepted. Now, the proprietor, now energize it so you can start. While the contractor himself started delaying. I said the people committee will give you money. All the kind of situations, I as a legislator, none I can do, because I'm not part of the contract. These are government agencies, these are private sector companies that are doing their job with the government. Right. So I pity the people of Igbesa Aziz, Alagboti Aziz. The best thing I can do is to talk to who? It's not a minister of power, Fashola. What can Fashola do for you? Nothing you can do. Because it can be sold. And it's privatized. And the company are telling them they are owning tightly billion.
Okay, sir. So since that is that, maybe we should move away from that. As much as I would like to dodge this question, maybe I should just other senators, okay, this is coming from Makinde from sure, I don't know where it's chatting from. Other senators who have served from Ogun West had their own constituency projects. Even Senator Lucy can point to some projects executed or facilitated by him during his own tenure as a senator. Prince Gbolahan should facilitate meaningful projects of significant importance to Ogun West, most especially youth empowerment programs and less of palace building. I'll actually try to dodge that because you've provided answers to most of the things he raised here. So it's only the issue of palace reconstruction that maybe needs clarification.
So the issue is it's not a palace building. If you look at it, what happens is that you have civic center, right? Civic center that adjacent to the palace. Civic center that optimize the existing palace, incorporate it. It's a multi-purpose center. Look at this. You have a hall, function hall, about 2 conference rooms, right? If people don't see the significance of civic centers and residentials for whoever will be in the urban, there are other projects that is done which they are because there's no part of Ogun State, Ogun West. They don't go one place or the other. There's none, no single one. Skill acquisition centers, cassava processing centers, that's school, technical college equipment or laboratory equipment systems, the transformer areas, the acquisition centers, the polytechnic, one college or something, equipment for them and so on. Is it because what I'm saying is this, all these things are not critical mass. That's why you work critical mass. They are not big enough to show any ground value. Because you just do them all over the whole place in small place to go around every local government area, right? And you not the only one people probably say is now we want to do cassava present center in what's that place called? It's not in Mekosa. I think Mekosa, right? Cassava present centers, they get either it's cassava or yam. You don't grow enough yam, or you know you grow first. Is it cassava they grow most? So cassava present center in that area. You do all this, but people are for years of neglect. It's difficult to create a ground value. Like the road you are talking about, there's Agbara. These are federal government roads. The governor have tried to ability to see we can get things done. He has trying to partner with the federal government. So if they can do it, federal government should pay them back. But the one they've done, they refuse to pay them back, and they still have limited funds. So definitely these are important roads because industrial belt. That's how the industrial Agbara.
Okay, sir. Dada has also put an answer to this. Olawale Abdulsemi Elegede. This will be the last question I will be taking from here, sir. My own comments will go to Ilobo axis from Iyanu Ilobo in Adopt Express Road that lead to Ilobo back to Ijo Ebiye and Ijore. Mr. Senator, hope we are still under your constituency. Because in Ilobo, there is nothing we attain from all senators so far. All amenities are staying with sun water without branching air. What is your take on this? That answers.
Yeah, that road is one of the one very close to the governor house, and I've already told you I've avoided the road by now, right? Because it was there, and he told me with the God funds to get the road from that junction of Abeokuta Express Road, Ilobo junction, all the way to Iju, to come out at Iju. Means I think it's going to a couple of billions, I think about maybe 1.1 billion to do. 4 lanes road. I feel they soon start that road. So definitely that road is no, I'll tell you what, the federal government has no power over local government authority of the state. They still have the right to appoint over, not federal government. Right. It's a state affair, and the governor is the normal citizen of the state. It's an absolute power to do what you want to do in the states. The only argument you can put forward is that this kind of occurrence can lead to fracas, to mayhem. The other side can start fighting themselves. Since there's no fighting, it happened. I, as a senator, has no authority or jurisdictions in that area. I can't start the governor not to appoint anybody who want to appoint an Oba. It's a local government issue, a state issue. Right? People must know where the power lies. They must know the responsibilities of the senator, the governor, the House of Rep, and blah blah blah. But something else we must look at is this. I've received so many phone calls accusing the commissioners of sellout, this and that. When it was very sad that also they must also look deeply. That did you get anything from this issue for installations. Did they get anything from it? The crisis that they create for them was ability to have 4 new obas. These are 4 new concurrent obas. In the conflict resolution, it can be issued give and take. Is it a total loss? Do you see any benefit at all? The moral issue is another issue completely. Is it moralistic right to bring a non-indigenous to come and become an Oba? But what are the conditions of the Obas? What are the terms and conditions of installation of the Obas? Because power, you see, is only passing to him that when he dies, that institution dies. He doesn't have power to appoint bailiffs. He doesn't have power to sell land or under chiefs, kill other chiefs. You don't see the limitation of that kind of issues. But because people outburst, we're fighting for to have its own council of chiefs, Awori National Council. To have that, you have that's the certain number of obas.
The more the merrier.
You don't have that number of obas, you cannot have it. Now, with these 4 new obas, plus the other that is coming on, plus all the obas they have now at Dila Awori, the oba is going to almost 20 now. What they allowed before was 12. So now they can now apply for the next level. That we are demanding for Awori. Well, this is my own self-opinionated statement. Is a better candidate in terms of knowledge, in terms of personality, in terms of exposures, in terms of reach. I'm not talking about money, I'm talking of connections to talk to people, right? In terms of acceptance. How many was the percentage of people that accept it? Are they 2%? Are they 90%? Now, if 90% of the people say this is a robber, how can you now go and say it's no longer acceptable to the masses? To me, what has blessed, they are lucky to have this guy. This guy was my media campaign director. And you can see the ground value we created in jingles and campaign slogans and all sorts of things there at that time. It was the brain behind it. It was a core APC person, right? When I always see people say there's a PDP or the PDP, who is PDP? Is it the same person I'm talking about or somebody else? These are all the politics. Now, unfortunately, some part of the town is not accepting. But in any competition, one party wins. One party wins, let's all of us close rank and supporting.
And we can only hope that time is definitely going to
heal the wounds.
Yes.
Well, my wishes and greetings and dreams, aspiration for my people, our people, is that history will be kinder to us now. We've reached a level where there's no retreat. We must keep on going forward, day and night, struggling, opening doors for opportunities for our people. We must let the whole world know our frustrations, our joys, and our tears. As a group that balkanized between Lagos State and Ogun State. But those who are Ogun State, they want to be resolute. Like they must keep on their struggle for acceptance, struggle for assimilations, struggle for recognitions, struggling for job creations and wealth. It's advisable that politics is one of the hallmark that can take them away from the level of underdevelopment. They must key to politics. I'm talking about purposeful politics. Not politics of smart infrastructure. Purposeful, they must be leaders who have their hearts. Leaders who are committed, who are motivated for the love of their people, not the love of money. You have politicians, you have politicians, right? You must pick which one they want. You have Oshelu, you have Ojelu. So you must now pick their leaders who have them at their hearts. They can stand up any day and count their own. Yes, where we are. In Ogun State, now we are in a position. These past 8 years of Abusu, these are 4 years of Abusu, these last 4 years, are for a position of worry. When you look at the ground values within Abeokuta, in the Ministry of Government also, you see a worry secretary, you see DG water, it's a worry person. Director, a worry person. You have commissioners, a worry person. Assistant commissioners, a worry person. You have, before, you don't have them, they have never have it so good. They can quote me anywhere. If they have so good, let them go and bring the records. This is a friendly government, although at the same time, this government also hurt our people. Yes. And that, if people say, then if this government love us so much, why can't you listen to our issue? But government is transit. If one government do this, another government can come and counter it. So my advice and prayer that we have more people who are now, Awori has now become a focus point now. Everybody know Awori. Look at Lagos State. You have 22 local governments. No single one head by Awori person. No single Awori chairman. And they control the population of indigenous of Lagos State. They are Awori. So this has been the struggle continues. It's what the original called struggle continua. You can't give up. You must keep on moving forward. And I wish them what the very best. Yeah, our language. I've been trying to get a radio station license for some time. One way or the other, they don't want to give me a license. It's to propagate our language, our values, their traditions, their cultures, and so on and so on. And I feel we have succeeded. Well, the argument they are putting forward that too much frequency around that area. There's no more space. Or that maybe I say I'm going to be better. Maybe I'm going to put in better. So when I want to stop them. If I can allow them. So these are the way I see we can move our people. Our people are proud people. I would Maladi. They are one of the indigenous Odua children, right? The son of Odua or Maladi, right? Prolific Yoruba people. So as a result of that, nobody can put them back because they have their own value. Awori are not minorities. By the time people are in Lagos, sit together, they are more than Egbas in population. They are as big as Ijebus in population. These are facts, but they are now into, but that doesn't mean they become the two. They are still Aworis, whether you are in Lagos or you are in Ogun State.
As a popular day, you said that Rio Yato, Lati B, Tofide
Meduguri, yes. No, that's it. You are correct. Awori is one. The language spread in Ogun West, we are the largest in terms of our populations. We will not be in terms of land mass, right? In terms of populations, our area is the most developed. We pay a great price in terms of industrial development. We pay a great price in contribution to the economic development of Ogun State, in the IGR. But at the end of the day, if you see what we got back, it's not disproportionate completely from what we contribute. But in history, he has never taken a straight course to desire emancipation and liberation. But the rule of the game, we keep on moving on, opening doors. Sometimes you break the rules in order to achieve desire objectives. I will agree with you. I love my people, and I'm proud Awori person, and I'll die as an Awori person. So you see, the problem I have with that question is this: if I answer questions now, you're talking about that position. Hey, you see, the issue of your body and father logo, you know, it says, "Adade Kingdom." Can you change the word? All of them job, right? If the time comes, we need to cross the bridge. If there's need, if there's no need, we will not cross it. You get my language? Right. People have been asked that questions. Elections of governorship, is still a long distance from now. Right? And as a result, over a year, isn't it? If anybody wants to change his mind, if you want to can change your mind. If you don't want to contest, you're not contesting. Right? So these are the issues. But the major issue is that no matter where we are, we must participate in governance that will help our people to move to the next level. We must do all possible to be feasible and be a team player. So the question whether it's not me, it's not that I cannot make myself governor as one person. I can't. I cannot go outside and say I'm a governor. Hey, where you be? No. If I see the need, if I drop there today, the government will continue. But you see, people are saying, look at all the gladiators that be shouting in Ogun State for governorship. Those single Awori person show interest. Why can't they show interest? No, why can't they show interest? I want the press people to answer the question. Why can't they show interest? You may not win election, but if you make noise, it doesn't mean you win. At least you are showing you are there. So I feel what we should be working about to see the direction of where the government is going, and support and put our people in position. We will not go back again. We've gained a lot now. We become finance secretaries, we become DGs, become directors, commissioners. So the next one, we must add 3 more posts to this. Not that everybody's removed and go back to 0. That should be our focus point. The program should become a national program. It should become a permanent feature articles that we will continue to educate people about their strengths, our weaknesses, our desires, our hope, aspirations as a group of people that want to move forward. We are not in competition with anybody. We are a group that want to move forward day and night in the company of the world, in the company of all men, but in the spirit of equality. That's the message. So Awori News should be the voice of underdogs, the voice of the down earth that can now continue to prepare our aspirations and become the voice of voiceless.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. It's been a wonderful meeting with you.
Thank you very much. I enjoy every second of it.
Myself and my colleague and the rest of the crew at home were saying thank you so much for the time and the confidence you invested in us. We pray that your willingness to restructure and reposition our land and indeed of the West Senatorial District and the state at large would come to fruition in the next split of time. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Same to you. So enjoy.